Good morning. Welcome to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. How are you today? I'm very excited to be here. Happiness in a bottle. So last week we celebrated the brand new Iron Orchid Designs 2024 summer collection. You can see we have some product work going on over here. You can see our buffet with the Rose Botanicals over here. And the Finicky Fox foil transfer is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you saw the photograph I shared, but I'm in love. I adore the way they worked out. They were very easy to put on. Of course, they were intimidating when we started. Who knew how that was going to work until we worked it? So I'm glad that we had the opportunity to share that time last week. Thank you so much for coming to the luncheon on Friday. We had a great time. Even if you just stopped by to say hello, have some time to fellowship with the other ladies. It was wonderful to spend time with you all. I appreciate it. And then even after the luncheon was over, after all of the craft time was over, then we had our family night, impromptu, but it was a lovely time, and we had so much fun. Make sure when we schedule our events that you take the time to come over and visit with us, do the things, have some fun. It's always a good time, and it's always great to get together and craft. No one does anything more than get glue on their hands and have to wash it off. No ER involved. Today we are kicking off our recycle and upcycled glass. We all have glass jars that we don't really have anything to do with once they're empty, and we may have some wine bottles that, what do? These are substantial, these are beautiful, and they shouldn't go to waste because there are so many different projects we have the opportunity to do with these products, and we should do them. So today we're going to celebrate our start to the week with Gilded. This is Etiquettes. This is one of the foil transfers from the brand new release. There are lots of pieces and parts to this that you can use in so many different ways. I felt like they would be perfectly suited for some glass containers. Also, Delft Blue Paint Inlay. Now, we may not get to both of these today, but this is where we're going to kick off our week. Which one are you most interested in seeing? The paint inlay or the gilded? While I put some paint on these jars so we can get started, you tell me in the comments which one you're most interested in seeing used on a recycled bottle project. Which one are you interested in learning how to do? I'm going to tip you down so you can see the work table. Have a nice clean surface, cleanish. I've been working this morning, so I sprayed water, but pretty much everything is just fine right here. I like this one for the gilded. So I thought I would use the white on here. Actually, I had grabbed Robin's Egg Blue. I grabbed the white because it's just habitual. I'd like to use the Delft Azure, the Delft Traditions Azure. I'd like to use with the cloud. So this one I'd like to use with Robin's Egg. And once I get the Robin's Egg on it, we're going to do another thing. So I'm looking for my prep because I know, oh, you know what? It's at the end of the table. You know why? One of the kids got paint on her shirt. Sprayed it with prep. I'm hoping Mom went ahead and threw it in the washing machine. Because that's what prep is for. If you ever get paint on your clothing while you're working, just spray it with some prep. Make sure you throw it in the laundry promptly. And then you'll have a nice clean shirt, because the prep will pre-treat. And you know, it gets the paint out. That's always important, isn't it? All right, so prep the bottle, paint the bottle. Yes, you can use Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura on glass. Almost any surface is a usable surface for this paint. I have worked with it for so long now. I have put it on everything. I have used it, abused it, watered it down, thickened it up, texturized it. There's not a lot that you cannot do with this paint. You just have to find what you want to do and do it. It's very cost effective, very flexible in its uses. Grab some. This week's color of the week is Flamingo. You know that's one of my favorite brights. Flamingo is a beautiful, bright, rich pink. Perfect for your beach projects, your lipstick pink projects, anything that you want to blend with your oranges and your yellows. If you have your studio bags, make sure that you bring your studio bag with you to get your extra special discount with purchase. And I don't know if we have that graphic up on our page yet, but we will get it up for you. We will. There we go. A beautiful first coat. It does not have to be absolutely perfect. We can go back and add another coat, but we do need it to dry first. So let's set that to the side. We'll grab another nice soft brush. We'll prep this glass bottle first, just for good measure, just to get any dirt, oils, anything that might be on it, we want off. Treat your glass the same way you treat your wood projects. Just clean them up. Just clean them up well. I'm going to go ahead and clean the inside while I'm here, just because it works so well. I really need a pretty jar to put my makeup brushes in. And a recycled, upcycled container like this is absolutely perfect for that. So let's get some cloud on this mason jar. I'm going to put my glasses on so that I can see this just fine. There we go. And this is not the smoothest brush to be using, but once I put the color on, if I'll leave it alone, it'll lay down. We won't have the brush strokes. It'll do its job if I'll do mine. My job is to get it on there and then leave it alone. Its job is to lay down so that it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to even come up into the grooves where the lid would normally go on, and I'm going to paint those just so I have some consistency. I don't have a lid for this. I don't need a lid for it because my makeup brushes are going to go in it. So in case we don't get both pieces done today, which one do you want to see done? The Delft Blue, the Delft Traditions Azure, or the Gilded. This is your Delft Traditions Azure, and this is your Gilded Etiquettes. I'm in love with this because there's so many different pieces. Same thing with the Delft. There are so many beautiful patterns and pieces to use here. I've seen some projects done that just amaze me, and I'm very excited to use this on a larger format project. I have one in mind. this is so much. This is so versatile. There's so many different things that you could use this for. You can use an entire sheet, or you can cut it apart. Either way, this is going to be a stunning use, and I'm excited to see this. So which one are you interested in seeing today? Let me turn my comments on while our paint is drying and see who's visiting with us this morning. And I thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see. And thank you so much for being here. Okay, nobody has any ideas, so I'll take that to mean you want to see my ideas. I'm excited because I have a great idea, and I really want to start with this. So today we're going to take this bottle. I'm going to set this over here in the fan. I want it to dry quickly while we cut apart the pieces we're going to use, and I'm going to tuck away my cloud. Have you ever used sea glass wash? Now, this is not salt wash. Sea glass wash is one of our washes from Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura. You can see it dripped down the front right there. That's what color it is. But our sea glass wash gives us just a touch of translucent color over our projects, and it is what makes your project appear to look like sea glass, which is so hard to find. Beautiful sea glass is so hard to find. You're very lucky if you catch one of those treasures from the ocean, and if you don't catch a treasure from the ocean, well, we have a way that you can make it. Let's take a look. Oh, these are simply stunning. There are so many elements here to use, to cut out and use on your projects. And I'll show you the back. Look at that. So all you do is just like you would with a transfer. You have your tool, you have your imagery, and you just apply it. There's so many cherubs, so much ephemera on here, beautiful cameo designs. I love this perfume bottle. Oh, that would be perfect. I think that's a little big for my bottle, but that would be perfect on my makeup brush container. Look at this, the post. Look at that beautiful ad in gold. I like that. This is a beautiful twined vine. That's usable for so many different things. I love the seashell swags. Very nice, very nice. I'm looking specifically, oh, that's on the stamp. On the stamp set that we have, the ephemeral, we have postage stamps. And I saw the word postal right here, so I was looking for postage stamps. So this is the Druggist. This is Plants. This is Engravers. That's a nice piece. We want something that will go nicely on that wine bottle. And we're going to not make it so formal. Black. You know, my inclination with these first is to go black. It is. But I think I really enjoyed the thought of making this look coastal. I see a couple of different pieces I'm interested in using. Let's get another coat of paint on. It's dry. Let's go ahead and coat this one more time so we can clear it well, and then we will cut our pieces so that we have just what we need to go on here. And then once this is dry, we will sea glass it and then transfer it. I learned a trick over the weekend. We might try it on this particular bottle using our jute rope. And it doesn't look hard, but of course that's what the videos are all about. We try to make it look so simple. So I'm prayerful that when I saw the video and I was like, oh, I can do that, I'm really hoping that I can. I'll be glad to show you and share with you. This week is all about upcycling glass containers into something usable, decorative, different, but definitely not trash. So if you have not put your recyclables out for the week, grab a couple of pieces back, and it doesn't have to be glass. You can use plastic containers to do these projects. Rethunk Junk Paint by Laura works on plastic, so you will not lose a thing by using a plastic container to do this job. Look how beautiful that robin's egg blue is on this glass. I absolutely adore it. It started like this in a dark greenish. Now we have robin's egg blue. Let's dry this in front of the fan. And let's cut out the pieces that I see that I know will look stunning on this project. And I may choose more than one. But I only have one container to work with today. I do like these. I may use one at the top. And that's not it. And I skipped a page. There's the one. There's the other. Let's go ahead and cut one of these out. And for this particular project, I'm going to leave the scripting off. So I'm going to cut just around this scroll work, which I'll put around the very top of the bottle. We're going for a coastal, could have been on a pirate ship, because you know I'm obsessed with pirate ships. There we go. And let me trim, I'm gonna go right here. So we'll start with this. I'll trim this out along the bottom edge. Could leave that on, could leave that on. I'll set it right there. I spilled, so let me clean that up. I don't want to spoil my transfer piece. And this one right here, the seal engravers. This is the one I saw that I loved, that I think will look perfect on this bottle. And I'm going to trim around the extra little bits right here, because for this piece I don't want them included. For the top piece I might go ahead and use them. For this piece I believe I'm going to leave them alone. There we go. Who's excited to see these go on besides me? Because I think these are going to be a very beautiful addition. I like that. All right, let's see. Just a little more. Just a little more. I need it good and dry. Got one little spot right there. One little spot. So let's get it good and dry. If you're going to use your heat gun on your paint on a bottle, please listen to me carefully and do not put it close to it, It will blister your paint. Just give it some heat time, give it a little bit of movement. Make sure it's all good and dry. There we go. Just a little bit extra, that's all it needed. All right, we'll do that piece last. We'll do this piece first. And I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go right here. And that's how that's gonna apply. So let's take this protective back sheet off. If you've never done a transfer, you have your image on the front, you have this protective back sheet, and then you have the image that you're going to rub onto your surface. Once you do this, once you take that protective back sheet off, decide exactly where you're going to place it, commit to it, and lay it down. Don't shift. Take your hand and just gently burnish it on. And now, take your transfer tool and go over it one good time. Get all of the air bubbles out. Get a good seal right where you've laid it down. Did I forget the sea glass? I did not. No, thank you for asking. I did not forget that sea glass. It's right here beside me. We're going to make this application first. We're going to sea glass it last. Why? Sea glass wash is a translucent color with a sealer and a hardener. So it is similar to Tough Top, but it does a completely different job. Tough Top is a sealer, and it is fabulous, don't get me wrong. But a wash has just a touch of color, a sealer just like Tough Top, and a hardener. So it is an absolutely fabulously beneficial product. And when you see it over this gold and over this robin's egg blue, you're gonna say, you know what, you were right. So let's go ahead and lift this. That's so beautiful. I'm gonna lay this back down on its protective back sheet because I purposely did not use all the bits. That way we can use this again. We'll get some more bits off of it on the next application. Look how lovely. Now I will take a dry brush, a soft dry brush, and we'll dust off any of the flakes that did not adhere, just like a foil application, just like gold foil. That's beautiful. Now, let's apply our ring. So this is going to be bigger than the entirety of the bottle. I think I want to go to the top side right here. And we could even turn this downward. Oh, we sure could. Since it won't go all the way around, we're going to trim it out right here to the tip edges. And we'll save these edge pieces for another project. We'll set those to the side. We'll come to this other side and we'll trim this out one more time, right along the edge of that beautiful leaf. We'll lay that down, and I think the little bits of verbiage, I have to put it this way if I want them to be on there. But I'm gonna leave them on anyway because I think they'll be lovely. Now, where this goes on the top of the bottle, if you can see, let me hold that on there, there's a gap because it doesn't lay down precisely. So while it's laying across the top of the bottle, I'm going to cut relief. Maybe I won't do it on the bottle, but I'm going to cut angled relief into the transfer piece so that when we get ready to do the center section, it will lay down on the bottle. Let me show you. Let's lay this down one more time right here. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to pretend I'm holding it. Here we go. We'll just balance it a little bit. All right. Take that protective back sheet off. Let's lay this in. Mostly straight. Mostly straight. It'll be just fine. All right. We're going to rub that down so that it applies where we're putting it. And then our center section where we cut the relief will now lay in flat, and we can get that image transferred just fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Use your hand to rub the transfer image down. Then come back and use your tool. Give it a good once over. The object of the tool is to move the image off your cover sheet onto your surface. It's a transfer. This is one of the most fun products that we use with our Iron Orchid Designs product line. Of course, I say that about all of them because the more you learn to use them, the more fun you can have with them. And there we go. Once you feel like you have enough transferred, now remember this is gold foil, so you may transfer every one of the bits and you may transfer some of the bits and it may have an aged vintage look to it, which is what we're going for. When you feel like you have enough, go ahead and peel your cover sheet off. I want a little bit more of that top piece, so I'm going to rub just a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. And then we'll just peel that off. It is lovely, and we'll save this. Make sure when you lay it back down on your protective back sheet that you're not on the flat feeling side. If you are, that's what your transfer is going to stick to. Make sure you're on the nice, smooth, slippery side, and that's what will protect your imaging. Now we have an absolutely gorgeous gilded bottle. Let's dust off some of the bits that came loose because it's gold foil, gold leaf effect. And gold leaf always has extra little bits that you're going to lose in the transition. I think that's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Now for the finish application. Look at that beautiful sea glass color. Isn't that pretty? This is not thick. This is very watery. There's your color. If you can see that, there's your color right there. Isn't that going to be pretty over this blue and gold? I think so, so let's put it on. We're just going to make an easy brushed on one stroke application all the way around. We're going to cover over the gold leaf, the gold foil. I am a car girl from way back in the day. I almost said an old car girl, but I am not old yet. Getting older. But an old car girl from way back when gold leaf was all the rage on automobiles, and it was stunning. So I am a huge fan of these gold foil transfers that were just released from Iron Orchid Designs. Look at the difference now in the coloration of our bottle. Look at that beautiful sea glass finish over this gold foil and this robin's egg blue. I hope you like that. Once this dries, I'm going to do a thing with some jute rope. I may add another application of the sea glass after this dries. I want to see what this looks like finished. I'm pretty satisfied with the single brush application. I may not need any more. I really do like that. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful piece of beach-inspired decor. I think this would even look lovely with some fairy lights down inside the bottle. I have some. We'll have to see what that looks like. I will work on this as soon as it's dry to put the jute rope on it, and then I'll share that image with you later in the day. And it's 9:36, and I could probably put another coat of paint on here and add my Delft Traditions Azure, but I probably better get some work done today, unless you want me to stay and play some more. But I will be right here in the studio if you are interested to come see these products. We have them all in stock. We did not sell out. I made sure we had enough so that if you were still on vacation, you would not miss out on the products or the excitement of being able to create with these products. So stop by anytime. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. We're right here in Florence, South Carolina off I-95. Just hit that Google Maps and come find us. I'm Diane Pruitt. We're in the studio at Two Girls Treasure working on upcycled, recycled glass products this week. Friday and Saturday, you are welcome to come craft with us. We have all the materials you need. Choose your favorite project from this week's lives, and then come in Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, and let's make the most out of our summer by making the most out of the air conditioning by crafting inside. It just makes good sense. Thank you for being here. Join me again first thing in the morning, and we will create even more lovely upcycled and recycled glass projects for you to be inspired from. Thank you so much for being here. Have a blessed and wonderful afternoon. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Bye, y'all.